Harris supporters will stump in Florida, focusing on reproductive rights. After Vice President Kamala Harris and President Biden appeared together on Monday, the campaign trail today will be left to surrogates. Share full article images. Harris and Mr. Biden join hands on stage. Vice President Kamala Harris and President Biden campaigned in Pittsburgh on Monday. Credit: Tierney L. Cross for the New York Times. Pinned Chris Cameron. Here's the latest on the 2024 race. Allies of the Harris campaign, including Senator Amy Klobuchar of Minnesota, will begin a campaign bus tour on Tuesday focused on reproductive rights, a top issue for Democrats in this election, starting in Palm Beach, Florida, before heading to Jacksonville on Wednesday. Vice President Kamala Harris, former President Donald J. Trump and their running mates will be off the campaign trail today. On Monday, the Labor Day holiday, President Biden made his first campaign appearance with Ms. Harris since he stepped out of the race, joining his second-in-command in Pittsburgh as she courted working-class voters in an event celebrating union labor. The holiday is the symbolic starting line of the final stretch of presidential races, and Ms. Harris and her running mate, Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota, made a swing through 3 crucial states. They had the campaign trail to themselves, as Mr. Trump and his running mate, Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio, had no public events planned until later in the week. Mr. Vance will campaign in Mesa, Arizona, on Wednesday, and Mr. Trump will speak remotely to a gathering of the Republican Jewish Coalition in Las Vegas on Thursday. Here's what else to know. Vance on culture issues. In 2017, Mr. Vance championed a little-noticed report by the Heritage Foundation that proposed a sweeping conservative agenda to restrict sexual and reproductive freedoms and remake American families. Harris on steel. Ms. Harris said during a campaign event in Pittsburgh that she opposed the takeover of U.S. steel by a Japanese company, adopting a position already taken by Mr. Biden. U.S. steel should remain American-owned and American-operated, she said at a local union hall. Down ballot races. Ms. Harris' fundraising apparatus plans to direct nearly $25 million to organizations dedicated to electing down-ballot Democratic candidates. Motorcade crash. Mr. Walz was en route to a campaign event in Milwaukee on Monday when several cars in his motorcade crashed, causing some injuries. The Minnesota governor later took the stage as planned. After his speech, he stopped at a Milwaukee hospital to check on his staff members involved in the crash.